So there are a few things that you must know in order to answer this question. First of all, you must know what is a cross section. Okay, cross section means throughout is the same shape. So this is called the cross section. You see, throughout until the end, the end and the front is the same shape. So that is called the cross section. Are you clear? So this type of prism, you have regular cross section. Okay, so that is one characteristic of a prism. So you recognize the cross section. Why I have to recognize the cross section? The reason is because the volume of a prism this is a formula, is equal to area of cross section this one you learn it already, time the length. Okay, in this case, the length is 12. Okay, and the cross section is a triangle, and it is an isosceles triangle. So isosceles triangle, you have one axis of symmetry. So it will divide the base into two equal parts, and I label here as X. So how are you going to find the area of a triangle? So all these are the formula. Equal to half base times height. So these are the things that you must know before you can do this. So if the question asks me to find the volume of the prism in terms of X, so how am I going to find? If they ask me to prove, I also will do the same. How I will write? I will write down area of the prism is area of cross section one more S and a hyphen time length. Okay, so I have the diagram, so I label the shape. So I will write down area of ABC times by the length, that is 12 cm. Okay, so now, how am I going to find the area of ABC? I can do it separately. I draw out the shape. I draw out the shape. This is 5 minus X. This is X. This is a rectangle. Okay, so this one will be the height. So I say the height. How to find the height? How to find the height? Okay, you should know that this is a right angle triangle. You have to do Pythagoras theorem. Right? So 5 minus X squared, the longest minus the shortest square. So you expand. Sorry, how to expand this? I forgot already how to expand this. Do you know how to expand? Definitely I should know. Am I right? So this is square root of 25 minus 10x. Okay, so then I write down, therefore, ax is equal to half. This is a base times 2x times square root of 25 minus 10x. This is the area of the triangle, then multiply by 12. So I have 12x times square root of 25 minus 10x. Any issue on this? So the question, so the next question is find the domain. Of x. Okay, x is a measurement of length. Am I right? So you have to take notes. If x is the measurement of length, so straight away, therefore, x must be greater than 0 or equal, because it's a scalar quantity. So scalar quantity cannot take a negative value. Okay, what else? What else? Another point that I must look at when I look at this function. Okay, first I recognize the domain, the variable is x is a measurement of length. So it must be greater than 0. Next one. What else must I look at it? Which one? Every time when we talk about domain, there are certain functions we have to be very careful of. Yeah, Hao-Zhe, do you know?
Teacher, is it area or volume? The question.
Sorry, volume. Sorry. Okay, Hao-Zhe, thank you. The volume. Just now I put area. I'm wrong. I should put volume. So you see? So I should put volume. Sorry for this. Okay, Hao-Zhe, what else I have to look at?
Look at can you repeat the question?
I want to get the domain. I want to get the domain. So what must be the one?
The square root,
Thank
the
you,
thing
Hao-Zhe.
must be bigger than 0.
Yes, you are right. Thank you. So the next one is we must know whatever in the square root must be more than 0. So I write, so for this case, so how I do, this is my answer. X must be greater than or equal to 0 and 25 minus 10x must be greater than or equal to 0, right? So 25 must be greater than or equal to 10x. So therefore, my x must be smaller than or equal to 2.5. All right? So therefore, the domain is x. X is a member of real number, and x is greater than or equal to 0, but less than or equal to 2.5. See? Then only the question will ask, as what just now Shafiq say, find the value of X such that the volume of the prism is maximum. Okay. And I told you before, in order to do this one, this is a special case whereby you can do it in a different way without using a product rule. Do you still remember that? I can do it like that. I let y be equal to v square x. So that means my y is 12x square root of 25 minus 10x, the whole thing squared. So this will be equal to 144x squared, 25 minus 10x. So equal to, I can take out the 5 out. Can you please take out your calculator? Type in 144 times 5. Okay, in the exam, I will not waste my energy in calculate manually. Okay, calculate mentally. It's wasting of your energy. Okay, times 5. Sorry, 144 times 5. 720. I put here 720. Then I put here left with 5. X squared, I expand. Take away 2x cubed. Okay, why I can do that is the reason is like that. V is maximum when Y is maximum. So I write down this statement for the examiner to see. So now what I can do is I do for dy dx. So now my dy dx, now is you see it's very simple to differentiate. 10x minus 6x squared. All right? So dy over dx equal to 0. So 10x minus 6x squared equal to 0. So I have 2x, 5 minus 3x equal to 0. So therefore, x equal to 0 or x equal to 5 over 3. Everyone, so far so good? So I draw the sine diagram for y. dy over dx. So I have to follow the domain to 2.5. So here is my 5 over 3. Question asked for maximum, correct? So here, plus and a minus. So this one I prove. So will I give you mark for this part? Not necessary, it's up to me. So therefore, you can make a conclusion because here you make this statement already. So now you can make this conclusion, say therefore, the volume is maximum when x equal to 5 over 3 cm. That's it. So this will make up one question of, optimization. So I give you kinematic AD, I give you optimization, I give you rate of change, I told you the curve property, and I give you the conjecture. So there are 5 questions for your SAT2. Okay, any question? If I differentiate from here, I can also differentiate from here. Okay, let me show you how I get V prime X. So you compare the difficulty of it. So I put the 12 outside. So this will be my U. And this will be my V, okay? Yeah, so now I do it for you to see. V, okay, copy the back. Time by the derivative of the front. Take a plus, multiply must plus, copy the front. Okay, differentiate the back. You have difficulty in this part. Because you have to take away 1, then time by -10. You see? So this one will be 1/2, half 12, then square root of 25 minus 10x plus, okay, here is a minus. Here is a minus, so -10 times half. So I got negative, so this one will become negative 5x, and here is power half, so it will be over square root of 25 minus 10x. Okay, so it will be much difficult. So then you equate this equal to 0. So you have square root of 25 minus 10x equal to 5x over square root of 25 minus 10x. So you cross multiply. So you have 25 equal to 15x. So your x equal to 25 over 15. So it's the same. You come back to 5/3. So that means there is a choice. But if the question asks you to do that, you have to follow the method that they ask. Would that be okay? Hello? Okay. Now I also want to ask you, do you know how to find the area of a prism? Like if I ask you to find the total surface area, do you know how to find? For this case? Do you know how to find the total surface area? Okay, total surface area for a prism. Okay, you remember this formula because the front and the back is the same, correct? So we write down 2 times the area of cross section. CS is cross section, plus if you open up here, your whole thing will look like that. Your whole thing will look like that. This is your 12. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 lines here. Okay. You cut open here. Okay. Let me see. So you have 2 lines here. Here is your 5 minus x. Here is your 2x. Okay. And here is your 5 minus x. So you get a big rectangle, correct? So it will be perimeter of cross section. So this part. So this is called the perimeter of cross section. Okay, then times by the length. So you can get it easily. You don't have to go and count surface by surface. So in this case, it will be 2 times area. Just now we have found half times the base times the height. Okay, plus the perimeter will be 5 plus 5. 5 minus x plus 2x plus 5 minus x. Then time by the length is 12. So you have 2x square root of 5, 25 minus 10x plus 10. No, plus 120. Okay, so prism or prism, you can use this formula. You don't follow your primary, your secondary teacher asks you to go and count one by one. If you are following the IGCSE, they will give you this formula. So whatever shape I give you, as long as you have regular cross section, I can even give you a shape, some sort like this. I've come up with a question like that before. Then I ask them to find the total surface area. So this is a cross section. So you find the perimeter of this, then you time by the length. So you don't have to count surfaces by surfaces. Are you okay? So there is another part that I want to let you know. Okay, so which one I'm going to ask you? You just need to have a look at it in the test paper, okay? Okay. Any further question on this? Yeah, no, so I'm going to explain your friend's question, that is practice 2, question 4E. Okay. Everyone, you have your practice 2, question 4E? 4E, okay. Practice 2, question 4E. Okay. Your friend asked, why you substitute 1.78 to m prime x instead of nx. So that is my marking scheme. So is my marking scheme wrong according to the formula, the question? Let us see. Okay, they say find the approximate time and the snake population at the point when it's red. Yeah, so my marking scheme is wrong because the question asks for snake population. So that means I want the n, not the n prime. Would that be okay? Snake population at the point where the rate growth is increasing at its maximum. So that means I'm talking about you find the time where the inflection point for n prime, n for n. Okay, but after that you have to put the value into the n instead of n prime. Okay, so my answer is wrong. Okay, any more question?